Good afternoon. My name is Carrie Deacon. Today I'm going to tell you why Mayo Clinic Hospital is your number one choice for health care in Florida. First, I'd like to show you my audience. Here's a picture of the campus at Mayo. It's a gorgeous campus, but outside of how beautiful the campus is the mission of Mayo Clinic. Mayo Clinic is here to inspire, hope, and contribute to the health and well-being by providing the best care to every patient through integrated clinical practice, education, and research. Mayo Clinic has 3 shields in its logo, and those 3 shields are for education, research, and patient care. Mayo Clinic considers all 3 their top priorities when providing care for patients. Mayo Clinic has a long history providing over 150 years of service to humanity through medicine. Mayo Clinic is a nonprofit worldwide leader in medical health care, research, and education for people from all walks of life. In 1864, the founder of Mayo Clinic, Dr. William Worrell Mayo, opened a medical practice in Rochester, Minnesota. A few years after opening this practice, in the early 1900s, his sons, Drs. William Mayo and Charles Mayo, took his teachings and findings and best practices and developed and opened Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. In 1903, Mayo Clinic became the first integrated multi-specialty practice in the world. It continues to be the leader in healthcare. In 1907, Mayo Clinic and the Mayo brothers developed the first integrated medical record. In 1950, the Nobel Prize in Medicine was awarded to a Mayo Clinic physician for the discovery of cortisone. In 1955, the first series of operations for heart and lung bypass machine was performed. Mayo Clinic created the first ever hospital blood bank and had the first ever FDA-approved hip surgery and hip replacement. In 2001, Mayo physicians and scientists were the first rapid diagnosis of the anthrax poisoning after the 9/11 terrorist attacks. And in 2014, Mayo Clinic celebrated 150 years of service to humanity through medicine. Mayo has a storied history in philanthropy as well. In 2015, it provided more than $548 million in care to people in need. This includes more than $72 million in charity and over $475 million in unpaid portions of Medicaid and other indigent care programs for people who are underinsured or not insured at all. Mayo's charity care program supports patients who have demonstrated financial need and who have medical conditions for which Mayo Clinic is uniquely qualified. Mayo Clinic also contributed $6.6 million in cash and in-kind support to local community needs, community wellness, and outreach to the most vulnerable of our citizens. As I spoke to earlier, Mayo's 3 shields integrate practice, research, and education. Mayo Clinic translates knowledge into cures and treatments for a wide range of life-threatening diagnoses and chronic conditions. Researchers at Mayo Clinic work each day in the quest of the next breakthrough in diseases such as cancer and Alzheimer's disease. More than 4,000 world-class physicians, scientists, science faculty, and research personnel collaborate in laboratories and at bedside to solve complex questions in virtually every field of medicine. But the number one reason that you should choose Mayo Clinic, it is ranked number 1 in more specialties than any other hospital in the country. Number 1. Mayo Clinic is not only ranked number 1 in more specialties in the latest rankings from U.S. News and World Report's 2015 and 16 report, but it has also consistently been top ranked in these specialties for over 20 years. There's no other facility in our state that can make that claim. The number 1 rankings for Mayo Clinic include: we're first in endocrinology, first in gastroenterology and GI surgery, first in geriatrics, first in gynecology, first in nephrology, neurology, neurosurgery, first in pulmonology, first in urology. We're second in the nation in cardiology and cardiac surgery, second in ear, nose, and throat, second in orthopedics, and third in cancer care. Mayo Clinic here in Jacksonville is the #1 hospital in Jacksonville. Mayo Clinic is a 3-site institution, with the founding clinic being Rochester, Minnesota, and the sister clinics are in Scottsdale, Arizona, and here in Jacksonville, Florida. Mayo Clinic here in Jacksonville is also nationally ranked in 4 medical specialties. Another reason that you should choose Mayo Clinic as your healthcare provider is the transplant program. The transplant program's mission and vision is to provide comprehensive care to all patients with organ failure in a setting which optimizes outcomes and advances new knowledge. The vision is to be the premier and most innovative transplant center in the country. Mayo Clinic is saving lives 1 organ at a time. To date, in 2016, Mayo Clinic in Florida has performed over 50 liver transplants. Since the program's inception, there have been over 3,000 liver transplantations. Over 5,500 organs, to include heart, lung, liver, and kidney, have been transplanted at Mayo Clinic in Florida. These numbers make them the leading expert in our area. There are a multitude of reasons to choose Mayo Clinic other than the ones I've told you about. It's a not-for-profit organization. All of its earnings go into improving medical practice and research. It has experienced doctors in every specialty. Mayo Clinic takes the time that you need. The satisfied patient questionnaires that are received at Mayo Clinic are unparalleled. Other reasons include innovation and research, one-stop care, top-rated institution, as we discussed earlier. U.S. News & World Report annually names Mayo Clinic to its honor roll of top hospitals. And again, it's ranked #1 in more specialties than any other facility in the country. And finally, one of the reasons that Mayo Clinic is the choice for you is technology. It has the latest in diagnostic treatment technology, from the highest resolution imaging devices to robotics surgeries. My sources for this report included the U.S. News & World Report 2015 and 16 and Mayo Clinic's website. And then on a more personal note, I am not only a Mayo Clinic supporter, I donate monthly to the clinic to advance our research and support. I'm also an employee at the clinic, but most importantly, I'm a patient. I've received excellent care, my daughters have received world-class care, and Mayo Clinic is the choice for you. Thank you.